Hi guys, welcome to the Real Talk Naomi podcast. And today we'll be talking about friendship breakup. Do you forgive and forget, or you forgive and block? And on this podcast, I have my best girl with me, Esanye. And for as many of you that will be listening and probably have not heard her voice before, I think this is the first time you guys will be literally hearing her voice. You should tell me thank you. So, most times, before we start, that I actually forgot. We always do our 3 seconds, 60 seconds prayer, which is, Lord, we thank you, and thank you for this podcast. Thank you for the guests. Thank you for everyone that will be listening to this podcast. And we pray that as they listen, it literally helps them and edifies their soul in Jesus' name. Amen. And yeah, guys, I am just going to chip something in before Esanye says something. Esanye, how are you, first of all?
Fine. Very, very fine.
Come closer. I'm fine. So we make friends along the line. First, one thing I would say, it's issues are inevitable. But I think where the understanding comes in, it's, or should I say where the solution comes in, is when you guys understand each other. But I think to an extent, we humans have boundaries. We have boundaries, and we would not want our loved ones, especially those we hold dear to our hearts, to cross those boundaries, no matter what. They could have even done it before, and you're like, okay, should I just let go? So I think when they do it again, and you are considering, do these people really respect my boundaries? Do you understand? So, Esanye, what is your opinion on friends? A friend offends you, do you? Especially when the offense is really huge, like it pierces through your soul, and you're like, should I forgive this person and forget? So do you forgive and forget? Do you give second chances, or you're like, I beg, forgive and just go your way? Which one?
Well, for me, firstly, it depends on the offense the person did. Okay. Then secondly, there are some people, when no matter the kind of argument you have or the kind of fight, when you guys settle, the friendship still stay as it used to be. Sure. There's no dullness, no negativity. Why some people, when you have issue with them, and when you guys settle, they draw back. There's this certain type of vibe they will give you. Yes. Like, it might not be as it's used to. The coming up together, the talking, like everything will just go down low. And when you're pushing and the person is not pushing, you just know that this person does not want this friendship again. You will not draw back. Yeah. There are some people that I've had issue with. Like, we didn't talk for a while. We came back. We acted as if we did not quarrel at all. Why some? We had issue. We sorted our differences, but the friendship was not as it used to. Not like we are enemy, but that closeness, that friendship is no longer there. Yes. We see each other, we say hi, we talk to each other once in a while, but that closeness, that bond is no longer there. And you don't force it.
You don't force it.
It's not one-sided. It takes two in everything, even in relationship and friendship. It takes two. When you're giving effort, you're putting effort, the other person, you just let it be. You don't force it. For me, I forgive, but I don't forget. That's me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
I hope you guys are hearing.
I don't forget. I don't forget things easily. Yes, I don't forget things easily, but I can forgive you. I will forgive you. I will act like you never did that thing to me before. But when something else came up again, I was like, this person did something, no, then I will not be getting angry. Like, I will so be angry, like, you've done this thing before, now you're doing something similar. Me, I forgive, but I hardly forget. That's just me. Not like I don't forgive. I forgive, and I will act like you've not done anything before. That's if you're ready to amend your ways. You want the friendship back, but if you don't want it, I won't force it. I will just let you go, because I don't negotiate anything. My peace is everything. I will not negotiate my peace for anything. So if you want the friendship back, cool. But if you don't want it, I will let you go. Not like we are enemy, but we are not friends either. So that's just it.
It's just as simple as that.
Yeah, I don't force it. If you want it, I mean,
Okay,
but if you
let's
don't,
say in the process where the person has done it twice, and especially when you know this person did this thing before and the person really hurts me, and you know our feelings now, most times we would really have forgiven the person. It's not like we're holding any grudges against the person, and the person is just trying to draw close to you, but you're not feeling it. Like, has it ever happened to you? But you're not feeling. You just want to be on your own.
Yeah, it happens. It happens when you're not feeling it. Don't force it to. Just let it be. If it's just let it be. You know, there's this thing. Friendship, relationship. They're almost the same thing in a way.
Honestly.
Just like when you and your spouse have issue, then it takes some people time to get over something and come around. Why some? You might just offend them now, and just the minute you just say I'm sorry, they will act like you never did anything. They will just let go and act like everything is fine. People are good, but some they will take time to even come and check up on you and say, "How are you doing?" They will not want to talk to you at that point. They need time. Some it takes them 1 week, 1 month. Depends, individual differences. That's why they say, what will get me angry might not get you angry.
That's true.
So for me, just let it be. Don't force it.
So,
I have a friend.
Yeah.
I have a friend. I did something. I know on my own. I know what I did to her wasn't good. I reached out to her. I know how I fucked up. Okay, I want to apologize. I want to make amends. I reached out to her. She wasn't responding. She blocked me on almost all social media.
Oh my Lord.
I was reaching out. She don't want to. That sometimes I will even as in how they call it. I will block my line, like use a private number to call her. The moment she just heard yes my voice, she will just end the call. I try reaching out a couple of times. She don't want to listen. I just let her be.
That's true.
Because everyone knows I know I've wronged you. Now I'm reaching out to you. You don't want to listen. I didn't even do it once. I did it once, twice. The third time I was
get tired.
Yeah, so I let it be. I felt like, okay, this person doesn't want to listen. She doesn't want my apologies. She doesn't want anything to do with me. And I let it be. And to be honest, I had peace. If I don't apologize to her, I sent text message, and when she wasn't picking my call, I sent text message like, okay, since this is how she wants it, let me just let her be.
Sure.
You don't force things. Anything. If the person is not coming around, you've tried your best. Just let it be. Don't force anything.
I think my toxic traits is that if you offend me, I'm going to forgive at that point. I might as well forget, but for some reason, if you do it again, it might just come up unknowingly, unconsciously. It will just come up that you did something like this to me before. So I will now start getting angry. It feels like I will now start boiling inside and be like, you did this thing before, and I told you it wasn't that cool. I'll give you an instance. I have a friend that how do they put it? She did something while we were in school, and I just overlooked. And for some reasons, I think it's because I really don't know how to express myself most times. Then, not now again. I will tell you how I feel and what you did that got me upset. So I just said, okay, let me ignore. So one thing I do is, because I don't know how to express myself openly, I start crying, and I just be like, oh, maybe this person didn't really rate me and all that. Along the line, it was like, okay, we resolved it. Not like I felt like resolving it, but let it not look like I'm holding grudges against somebody. Then guess what? She did the same thing again. That's like after some years. So in my head, I'm like, I don't think this person rates me that much for you to have repeated this same thing that hurt me this much the last time. In as much as I forgive and would want to forget, honestly want to forget, I think I give this kind of people space. And I don't know if some people see it as a bad thing or something, but I just want to give you space. We might say hi. Like my mom will always say, salutation is not love, but as Christians, salutation is supposed to be love, yeah? But we might say hi. I could reply your status, or maybe something made me laugh on your status. I could reply it and all that. But deep down, I know I do not want to be as close as I was to you before. Not because I hate you or anything, but because I'm trying to guard my heart. Do you understand? I'm just trying to guard my heart.
And that's perfect.
Honestly, and concerning what you said before, when you said you were trying to reach the person and all that, truth is, I do that a lot. I can block you because I don't want to talk to you, and I expect time. But I feel like that's where communication should come in. That's where communication should come in and tell the person, it's not like I won't talk to you again. That's if you still want that friendship. But I think in her case, she doesn't still want that friendship. She's no longer interested. So if you still want that friendship and you just want you guys to be on the normal high terms, you might just relate with the person and tell the person, for now, I do not really want to speak with you. I just want to have a time to myself. But when I am ready, we can have a chat about this. Do you understand? That's what I do most times. But in the case where I just ignore you, please just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Guys, I'll tell you a story. While I think in 2021, I don't know if that's the first time I think that's the first time I and Esanye had issues. And one thing about friendship, like I would always say, is understanding. Know what your friend likes and learn how to avoid it. It's not a parasitic friendship. No, it's trying to know their boundaries and respect that boundaries that they have. And you say, okay, my friend, even if she's your best friend and you're like, these things, my friend don't like it, let me just not do it so it doesn't get her upset. And I don't really think since then we've actually had an issue that would cause us that much quarrel, that serious. We had an issue, and for some reason she's here. Yes, I heard was swell, and for some reason she told me we didn't speak that night. So in the morning we still didn't really say hi to ourselves. We were traveling, and she came to me and she was like, she has never had an issue with, there's another of our friend that's called MJ. Shout out to MJ, by the way. That she has never had an issue with MJ that would last to the extent that they do not say hi to each other. Rather, they will come up to each other and tell each other, oh, this is what you did that got me upset, and sincerely hope you don't do it again. And you know what? The thing actually stuck to me. For some reason, it stuck to me, and I was like, oh, okay. I think this makes it better. Communication. You see where communication came in. Not some people, and they are upset and angry at you, and you don't even know why they are upset, and they are just all quiet. I'm not like, what's going on? Which one is you're just keeping quiet? How am I supposed to know you're upset with me about something, or how am I supposed to remedy the situation of the things I did? So guys, you heard my best friend, by the way. If you offend her, please don't do it again. Because she might forgive, but she will not forget. I'm not sure. It's hard to forget too. Let me not lie.
No, it's actually
very difficult to forget.
But there are some people that actually forget. They don't keep things. But me, I'm not in that category. I'm in this category that, see, if you do me anything like this, I will forgive you. I will forget. But if you do another one,
you do it again,
I will remember what you've done before. I will hold you responsible again. That's just me.
God.
I don't forgive and forget.
I think many people, without the help of Christ, many people will be like, I forgive and forget. That's a lie. That's a big lie. And I appreciate the fact that you are so transparent with that. I appreciate the fact that you're so transparent with that. I hate people that be like, I forgive and forget. Without Christ, how is it even possible?
Even with Christ, see, nobody can tell me that you just forgive and forget. No, it's not possible. Because the moment where you are angry, trust me, you will bring that incident up.
And I think that's when I'm angry, I just keep quiet, because I might say things that we both might not really like at that time. And see, how the human mind works is this. No matter how much you try to conceal it. No matter how much you try to conceal it, as long as that person has hurt you before, and maybe something similar to that, we know the reason petty. Let's switch to pidgin. We know the reason petty annoyance now. Now it's don't pay you where now you go the reason say this person has done this thing similar to this, and I remember warning this person, and it had to be. Do you know where it pains you the most? Somebody that is not very close to you.
Yeah, that was
somebody that is very close to you. Let me warn you people in advance, guys. Please don't offend. How do I put it? Don't hurt me, and Esanye knows about it because she's going to hold grudges against you. Don't hurt me, and Esanye knows about it too. She's going to hold grudges against you. So like Esanye said, or like should I say, let's conclude with this. It's easier to forgive than to forget. Do you get? But if you have that grace to forgive and forget, seriously, great for you. But I will not say you should remain in a parasitic friendship. Don't remain in a parasitic friendship because you feel like you always want to please the person because you don't want to offend the person. No. That's a parasitic friendship. Do you understand? If you offend, be conscious of the boundaries that your friends have. Do you I don't know if you get me, Esanye. Yeah. Be conscious of those boundaries. If your friend tells you, I don't like you calling me so and so names, don't say because they are your friends, you will just, I better not be my
like
friend.
It's okay for you to know.
Don't be too comfortable. I'm not saying don't be comfortable, but don't be too comfortable to the extent that you ignore their boundaries. Don't be too comfortable. So avoid hurting your friends to an extent that will make them start holding serious grudge against you. That will make them start remembering what you did, because they always say that how do they even put it in the Bible? The enemy of a man is in his house. So do you understand? What I'm trying to relate to that is an outsider will not hurt you as much as somebody that is close to you would hurt you. So most times I think people prefer that an outsider hurts them than somebody that is close to them hurts them. So if you have a friend, don't come and say my friend likes forgiving. And I know some people will come to my DM and tell me, Naomi, I know you like forgiving. I like forgiving, but it's not every time. I might hold it against you. Let me not lie to you. I will hold it big time against you. Okay? So,
sorry, I want to drop this one. And again, if you maybe you and your friend, you had issues, or maybe the person did something that you don't like, always walk up to the person, always talk. Even if you're not that talking type, you just have to learn it. Communication is the key. Makes you go forward with anything. Just learn to communicate, because people don't read your mind. Some people, if you don't talk, they will actually don't know what you're going through. So especially when you're close to that person, don't act like it do me that day and not talk. It do me that hour and not talk. You'll be holding grudges. You'll be accumulating everything in your head.
Exactly, accumulation.
And at the end of the day, you'll be the one getting out. The person might not even know that I actually did something that pissed you off. So it's always by communicate, no matter what. You might feel like I'm not that type, but it's always good to communicate. It's really, really good in friendship, in anything. Always communicate. Person do something to you. I think fine. You might not tell that person that moment when you're angry. Just look for a situation where everywhere is calm. What you did the other time, I did not like it. So don't do it. Don't call me this. Don't do that. Don't talk to me like that in presence of people. Don't ask me this. Don't do that. That's it. When you don't communicate, people will not actually know what's going on.
Sure.
I might not even know that I said something that pissed you off. I might not even know I did something that you did not even like.
At all.
Yes, I might not know if you don't tell me. So it's always good to communicate, no matter what. Unless you don't rate that person, that's it. If you rate that person, always go to the person. You did something I don't like.
That's true.
Always talk. That's how friendship go forward.
And you just made me remember something that someone said. He said some people, they might not really think that they are actually accumulating it because they don't know how to express themselves when people hurt them.
Yeah,
so
it's
because,
true. It's
because
not
you hurt
me,
I will just put it one way. Because you hurt me, I'll just put it one way. But the thing is, those hurts are accumulating. But unknowingly to you, you just feel like it's nothing. Do you understand? You just feel like it's nothing until it actually gets full. and you are actually seeing that this thing is actually causing a rift between you guys, because all this while you've not been communicating how you feel. That's why I always say this: no matter who you are, no matter the position you hold, if you hurt me, I'm going to express myself. I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel, and I will not feel sorry. Like, I will not be sorry about it. I won't even regret my actions. I'm going to tell you, whoever you are, I am telling you how I feel about how you hurt me, or whatever you did that got me upset. Except I don't want to talk to you at all again. Exactly. I think so. I think it's except I don't want to talk to you, or if I don't address that issue, this is it. If I don't address that issue with you, let me not lie to you, I do not rate you as much if I don't address that issue with you. I think I don't want to actually have something serious with you, or I want us to be friends or something. No, I don't want us to be friends anymore. That's why I'm probably not addressing it with you. Because I think for you to be able to address something with somebody is because you value that friendship, you value that relation, including marriage too. This thing we are saying now, married people, take note, including marriage too. Let them address it, please. Let there be communication. Express yourself. Don't go and start hiding and you start feeling like the person should know. Should know what? Is the person a ghost or is the person a spirit? Well, with that, we have gladly come to the end of this podcast, and we want to say thank you, Esanye, for gracing our podcast. Thank you very much. We really appreciate.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, you heard that. Thank you for listening. You can follow us on Instagram. We're on Instagram as Real Talk Naomi Podcast. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. Whatever question you have, you can throw it in. You can send in your questions and we would answer. And let us know what you think about this podcast. Thank you. Bye. See you next Thursday.